Anyway, hi you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jones. I am a former paparazzi consultant. Now I just speak out against paparazzi, shed light and awareness, and educate and inform. Today, I should have waited for this, but anyway, today we are going to react to a Zoom meeting that was sent to me by somebody who received it. This Zoom meeting is just for educational purposes only. We are going to listen to what is said. We are going to react to what is said. I'm going to focus specifically on bite model tactics, behavior, information, emotional, thought control. All of those things. Behavioral control, informational control, emotional control, and thought control. That's what the bite model is. So this is apparently for new recruits into paparazzi. This Zoom meeting is supposed to be kept secret. However, if you send this invitation to somebody, just because you ask them not to share it, doesn't mean that they can't. If they find something that's of educational value, they will share it. So that is what we are going to do today, is just react to this Zoom meeting and just see what is said. So this is a Zoom meeting. We are going to get started. It is 30 minutes, so strap in. When something is said that is bite model specific, I will pause the video and point that out. Okay? So here we go.
Recording in progress. Okay, so we are gonna get started. If you see me looking down, it's because I still have people coming through the weight room. All right, so welcome everybody to the very weekly algorithm training on Tuesdays. So give me some emojis in the chat if you're loving this so far. I know I'm loving it. I think that, honestly, I really think this is the best, the quickest and best success I'm seeing from all of you. And that makes me feel happy and successful when I see you guys. Look, so many emojis are popping up in the comments. The replays aren't going to be able to watch the chat. But I'm really thankful for the time that you guys take to study these videos, to implement them. I know it's a lot of information. So I want to go ahead and announce the 3 winners from the stories benchmark. Okay, Ryan has the screenshots upstairs and the last names upstairs. So there is a okay, I don't want to say it wrong. I need his screenshots. Darn it. So it's a Y name. A Y name was a winner. I don't remember off the top of my head if it was Yvonne or Yvette. Okay, so that's why I'm saying a Y name was one of the winners, and Irma was another winner. Last names are in his wheel picture, and Emily Ryder was a winner, and I do know Emily Ryder. So I don't know which order he picked you all, but he has those screenshots. He's upstairs with his parents right now. So I'm going to email those 3 winners tonight, and I'll let you know what order you are, first, second, or third. I'm going to ask you to show me like where you want me to lead my audience. I'm going to post you in my business page story, 1 a day in the order that he picked you. And I am going to boost each of those for $10. Okay, my business page is like 2 followers away from 10,000 followers. Let me just tell you, I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna toot my horn here because last April 2022 we were at like 4,000 something followers. Okay, in April of 2023, we were at 7,000 followers even. And right now, today, I am 2 followers away from 10,000. Okay. So I do very much attribute that to consistency and to boosting. Okay. And I will teach you all eventually how to boost.
Okay, so boosting your posts on Facebook requires money. So boosting a post to get followers does not always guarantee shoppers. So I'm just going to point that out. And I boosted my posts on Facebook. I didn't get any new shoppers. All of the people who bought from me were friends of friends of friends. But okay. All right. Just gonna point that out. All right.
But we just got to learn it in layers. Some of you move a lot faster than me. So you're like, some of you are like looking at your insights already, seeing some red, seeing some green, trying to figure out. So I want to let you know this process is a system. So if you're posting stories, but you're forgetting your feelings on your live videos, you're not maximizing your reach. Okay. It's important to use every facet, right? The 2 hour rule for posts still stands. Like I did an original algorithm training like years ago. I actually restricted that off of YouTube. So now it's by request only because I feel like this knowledge should only be for a lot of you. I started a
Okay, why did you restrict it off of YouTube? Because anti-MLMers like myself were finding your stuff on YouTube and reacting to it? I mean, that seems to be the consensus, is that the information control, um, it's out there, it can be found, it can be shared with anti-MLMers, it can be shared with others. Um, but now you're doing it by request only because, one, you don't want people reacting to the stuff that you say, because it's easy to be called out on the floor for things that you do say.
newbie Zoom algorithm. So that happens once a month, and that is for people who join the month prior. Okay, so, and then we have our Tuesdays too. So we have our Tuesdays. Oh, Alicia, so did I. So Alicia said, I found out how to add music to business page stories. Yeah, me too. And you have to log in as your business page from the Facebook app. Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to give you some tidbits of stuff I figured out just based off of experimenting. And then we're going to go talk about sweet spots and weak spots. I'm going to let you know how to maximize the content that you're making. Okay.
So, just so we're all clear, this is training. Okay, this is training. So far, I haven't learned anything, and we're 4 minutes in.
So, um, I didn't accidentally. I go live for my business page. I don't promote paparazzi on my profile anymore, but I did for pretty much almost exactly 6 years. Okay.
Why?
So I highly recommend if you're struggling on your business page, get your booty over to that get your booty on the profile. Okay. If your profile is not compliant for you to sell on it, clean it up, make it compliant. You can always turn it into not a paparazzi sales page eventually. That's what I did. I literally went through and deleted and hid everything paparazzi from my profile after selling on it for 6 years. And now I can use my profile for whatever I want. Okay. I also wanted to prove that you can work more than one business and don't have to commit business suicide. All right.
Okay, okay, this is excellent. Okay. Business suicide. Paparazzi does not allow you to advertise other businesses or other ventures on your personal page. You can't do this with that kind of thing. Okay? So if you're talking about other business ventures on your personal page, but you've also talked about paparazzi on your personal page, that's a policy and procedure violation, and paparazzi can cancel you for that. So this is good advice. However, I see a lot of people in the paparazzi structure cleaning up their personal profiles and just focusing on their business page for paparazzi. And I'm also seeing multiple business pages for these people. I see a business page with a coffee company on one. So they have a coffee company, they have a paparazzi company, and then there's one where they have just their YouTube stuff. Then they have their personal ventures with, motivational speaking stuff. Then they have paparazzi. So it's like that's a lot to manage. Okay? So if you're a paparazzi consultant, yes, you should just put all your focus on your business page. I remember when I was a consultant, they told us to do a VIP group and a business page and a personal page and post on all three. That became exhausting. So if you just have a business page and you focus on just your business page, that's where you should do all of your paparazzi posting. Your personal page should be just for personal. Never commingle the two. This is just one, you don't want to annoy your family and friends. Two, you don't want to be caught in a compliance trap. And three, you don't want to open yourself up to attacks from family and friends. So just put everything on your business page. Now here's another thing I'm noticing is there's a lot of people that their business pages are private. You have to join them. And then they have to approve you. And again, that's something that I think is deterring. They're doing that to deter anti-MLMers from seeing what they're doing. But like I've said, you guys, I've gone through and blocked every single person that is a paparazzi elite or somebody that I've, talked about. I block them so they can't see me on social media. The only place that they can see me is here. And I'm reacting to something that is considered fair use under the law. So, we're going to continue to listen to this training. But yes, don't do this with that. Okay? Don't do personal stuff with business stuff. Keep business and personal separate. That's something they tell you in the 9-to-5 corporate world. You leave your home at home. While you're at work, you work. When the clock says 5 o'clock, you get out of there and you go back to home. And you leave work at work. Now, there's a lot of corporations that don't seem to respect that rule, but more and more people are being, forcing that down their managers' throats.
Get your booties on the profile unless you already are having success on your business page, but don't be floundering and struggling over there. Get your booties off of groups. Get on that profile. That's how you're going to maximize your reach, okay? If it's working for you, though, don't change it. But I highly suggest you get your booty on your profile, okay? Profile, public commenting. These are just basics. There needs to be a feeling and an activity with everything. Feeling and an activity with everything. The only thing you can't is reels. This applies to business pages. This applies to groups. This applies to profiles, okay? It's just an option. Feeling/activity or a location, okay? You can use all of the things. You should use all of the things, all right?
What are all the things?
So the other day I went live on my business page like normal, but I went live from the Facebook app instead of Business Suite. And I had a friend of mine and a consultant who's elite. She asked me just a couple of days prior, like, hey, Patty, do you think it affects the algorithm if my live is automatically being posted in my story? And I was like, I'm not quite sure. I haven't experimented with that myself. I don't have it turned on. Well, joke was on me because when I went live through the Facebook app instead of the Business Suite. Now, if you go live in your profile, you can't avoid that. You have to go live in the Facebook app. But I'm speaking to you too, okay? But the people who go live through Business Suite or on your business page. I went live on my business page through the Facebook app. And oh my Lanta, it posted that ish in my business page stories. And let me tell you, I could not break 15 viewers. I think the highest we got was like 25, maybe. And now for me, that is good thing about cross posting. I'll bring that up too. For me, that is detrimental. Okay, like I did not like to see 12 viewers on my live when I've been maintaining 50 to 100. So I had to figure out what was different. Okay. And this goes with your sweet spot, weak spot. So when I didn't like the result, I asked myself, well, what happened? What was different? One, I went live through the Facebook app. Well, that was note to self, I'm never doing that again. And two, guess what freaking happened? It posted it to my business page story. So in my opinion, yeah, it definitely did hurt my reach. Okay. So there is a way, if you're going live from your personal page, I think there's a way that you could shut that off. I have no idea how. So if that's a question you have, you might want to submit it to Sunshine Squad, because one of the smarty pants here, they're going to know how to shut it off. I know they do. Okay. Now, somebody, Felly, just asked about cross posting. I personally have never cross posted because I don't sell on my personal profile. Honestly, I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard very mixed reviews. Okay. So what I will say is experiment with it. What I don't like about cross posting is it shows up in two places at once. Okay. That's cool. What I don't like about it is you cannot type a description. If you can, like Victoria, Queen V, that's what I call her. Queen V said that she loves cross posting. When I happened to see her profile, hers had a description. So I'm not sure how she did that. Maybe she could post that tip in Sunshine Squad. But 9 times out of 10, when I see people cross posting, you do need 2 separate devices to read the comments. And 9 times out of 10, when it shows on their profile, there's no description or feeling with it. So right now, for some, I see it working. For others, I do see it detrimental. And then I see people talking about it in the elite group where it's a clear mixed reaction. So my
I'm totally lost. And I'm falling asleep here. But it would be nice if I could see a screenshot of what she's actually talking about, because if I'm new to paparazzi, if I'm new to this team and this was a training, I'd be sitting there and all of this information would literally be going over my head. I would be so lost. And granted, if I would have gone to the other first 2 trainings and watched, maybe she showed screenshots or whatever. But if you're a new person joining this team and this is what you were going to for the first time, would you understand any of this? Because I'm lost. I don't understand any of it.
Suggestion to you is experiment. This whole process is about experimenting, okay?
The whole point of going into business for yourself is to experiment. You guys have seen me over the years experiment with my video formats. You guys have seen me do several different forms of employment, because I've been experimenting with what will work for my physical, struggles, and I'm trying to find what will work for me emotionally too. But there you go.
So cross-posting means that, let's say you go live. When you go live on your business page from the Facebook app, it'll give you the option if you also want to go live on your profile at the exact same time. It'll show the total number of viewers for both in the top, but you need a separate device to read your personal profile comments, okay? I personally have never experimented with that, and I never will, because I don't sell paparazzi on my timeline anymore. So you will all have to depend on each other and your feedback from it. And so please feel free to submit that information to the Sunshine Squad. All right. So now we're going to get started on finding your sweet spots and your weak spots. Now, please watch your trigger words. Okay. If I call something a trigger word, all that means is that every other consultant in this company is typing what you type 9 times out of 10. Okay. Which means don't type it. Like, nobody's reading your descriptions anyway. For those of you really struggling in your viewers, nobody's reading your descriptions anyway. So you need a description with an emoji and a feeling and an activity, or make them short and sweet. Short and sweet description. Like I did a speed sale today. I did 100 pairs of earrings in 30 minutes or less. And I literally wrote down with the quickness because it made me think of like down with the sickness, you know? So I like to use song lyrics and then change it up. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. All right. So let's talk about sweet spots and weak spots. So now that you're making all of this content, let's make sure you're posting it at the absolute best times. So how do you figure that out? Because it's going to be different for every one of you. Now, a lot of you want, or a lot of you were here. Excuse me. So now I'm not going to read the chat anymore. Those were the only little tidbits I'm going to give you. We're going to get right back into the thing. So if you do have questions, submit them to Sunshine Squad after. All right. So back in Sunshine Squad, back in the day, I used to do team chats where I would call them feedback lives. So throw an emoji in the comments if you remember that. The feedback lives meant that I would pull up your profile and I would literally find your sweet spots for you. I am going to teach you right now how to do that yourself. And it's going to feel very rewarding. And it's going to be something you want to do minimum, I would say every 2 weeks to every 30 days. If you feel like you got the hang of it, I'd say every 30 days. If you're not sure what's happening and you have a good mix of good interaction and bad interaction, I'd say check it every 2 weeks. All right. And I'm going to tell you what do you check? So let's say you sell on your profile.
So we're finally getting into training 13 minutes in. We are 13 minutes into this. And now I feel like we're starting to get to the meat of the potato or whatever you want to call it. There's actually some substance here. But I'm on the struggle bus, you guys. I have yawned like 4 times. I'm bored.
Okay. Now I'm looking at my laptop right here. The reason I encourage you to do this from a computer, and now my good friends here, maybe you have a workaround for this for non-computers, all right? But the reason I like to do it on my computer is because, what does that do? I don't want a background. I want to turn it around. Is because, can I zoom in? You see the time on a computer? I know it's a little blurry, but it shows me the time that I posted it. Oops. Come on, fat fingers. All right. It shows me the time that I posted it. Now, I have no idea how to see that.
Okay, so here's my question. You're doing a Zoom meeting. Why aren't you doing the Zoom meeting from your computer where you can screen share? You can actually screen share instead of picking up your phone and flipping the camera and pointing at the computer. Why aren't you going live from your computer? Most computers, most laptops have a camera built in with a microphone. You could do a Zoom from your computer.
Time from a cell phone. So I'm hoping that one of my good friends can post that in Sunshine Squad for me if you know a workaround. Me, I don't know a workaround besides from a laptop. So what you're going to do is you grab a pen and paper. Okay, I got my pen, got my paper. And you are going to basically find your sweet spots, right? And what you do to find a sweet spot is you write down information about every post in order, right? So for example, I'm starting on my profile. My very first post on my profile was posted August 20th. Okay, that was a Sunday. Make note of the day. You want to make note of the time. The date, Okay, so I write Sunday 8/20. That's the date, August 20th. And I posted this at 12:40 p.m. Okay. Then when I scroll down, I'm like, okay, well, what kind of post was this? So this post in particular was one where I was telling a horrific childhood story of mine. Okay. So I would put a horror child story with tree stump. You want to make as many notes to yourself as possible. All right. Then when I scroll down, I'm able to see, well, how many reactions did it get? It got 263. 263 reactions. I'm writing this down. I'll show you. And it got 67 comments. Now I'm doing this on a sticky note. I highly recommend. I have to write it paper and pen. Maybe you could do it, notebook or something, or notes on your phone. I don't know. I'm a paper and pen person when it comes to this. And how many shares? So I'm looking at one share. Okay. So what I wrote down, I know it's backwards. That my very first post. Like you have to start from top to bottom. And I recommend you doing the whole month of August, at least. All right. So this post, it happened on a Sunday. It happened on August 20th. It happened at 12:40 p.m. What kind of post was it? Well, mine was about my story, a part of a horrific story. Well, look, that looks like it got pretty good engagement, wouldn't you say? 263 reactions, 67 comments, one share. Okay, mental note taken, right? So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, Sundays at 12:40 look like that might be a good time right there. So I would just make that mental note. All right. Then 3 days, my next post is a Saturday. Now this post, I actually made it friends only. I never do that. Okay. So Saturday, it was August 19th at 6:39 p.m. And this was a friends only post. So I'm going to make note of that. And I just went back to my first post and wrote like public. That was public. This is friends only. This was pictures of my childhood house, pictures of house, right? Type of post, pictures of house. And when I scroll down, this got 149 reactions, 56 comments, and one share. Okay. I mean, honestly, not too bad. Not too bad for a friends only post. All right. Now I'm going to move on to the third one. I'm doing this out. Okay. My third one was a reel. And I posted that reel Saturday, August 12th. Ooh, at 9:52 p.m. That was a late one. And that is a reel. What type of post? A reel about Carnival. That had 99 reactions, 25 comments.
Bored.
And on my computer, I can't really see how many views.
So bored.
You want to also make note of your viewer count. Oh, see insights. It reached 2,715. 2,715 reach. Okay, so note to self, I already have 2 posts on a Saturday, right? 2 posts on a Saturday. So the one that I posted, now 2 different Saturdays, right? I have August 19th and August 12th. Well, I'm already making a mental note that when I posted my reel at 9:52 p.m. and got 25 comments, that my previous post, Saturday, August 19th at 6:39 p.m., got 56 comments, and that was friends only. So imagine if, you see, this is how you find a sweet spot. Imagine if I posted the reel 3 hours earlier. What outcome could that have had? You see where I'm going with this? All right. So now let me pull up my business page. Now I recommend wherever you are posting, you should do this for all of them, Okay. I was gonna really explain insights pretty deep, but I feel like this is a better first step. So now I'm on my business page, right? Same thing. My business page, I was live 5 hours ago. I did a speed sale, so I'm going to make notes. So Tuesday, August 22nd at 3:21 p.m. I never go live at that time. Speed sale. That already has 138 comments. This was a 20 or 31 minute live. So I want to make note of that too. 31-minute live, 11 shares, 33 reactions. And as soon as that live was over, I actually boosted it for $50. You can boost a live replay. Okay, so I boosted it.
Okay, if you're a new start consultant just starting out, if you're brand new to this business, Patty, and you're doing this starting out, where's the $50 coming from? Okay, because you're expected to buy inventory to sell. $50 is a lot of inventory that you could spend to buy more jewelry. But you have to have shoppers to sell the jewelry too. So it's kind of like, okay, which one do I prioritize? Inventory or boosting a post? I'm just, can you think outside of your personal situation first? I mean, there is a tip in sales. You never think with your wallet. You always think that there isn't a wallet. But here's something that if you're a leader or a trainer or somebody in a position of power, guiding and leading people beneath you, you've got to think about their resources and you've got to think about where they're coming from. Most brand new consultants, star consultants, just starting their business out, they probably don't have $50 to spend on boosting a post. It's a little out of touch. And that's all I'm going to say.
Because guess what? It's a nice, short, and sweet live. It's really easy for new people to watch that. Yep. So I boosted it. Okay. And that's going to boost for 5 days for me. So I'm going to make a note, boosted. And on here, I can't. So right now it has 1,930 reach. Okay. So I'm going to make note of that. So you are going to do this for every one of your posts in August. And your goal is to find that sweet spot. So for example, I found a sweet spot today. And I immediately recognized that because of how many pieces I sold. I also found something my viewers liked, which was a speed sale, right? Mental note taken. So on Tuesdays, around 3:20, 3:30 p.m. See, I started at 3:21. Sometimes we wait to like exact times. Like my I'm gonna use my cousin as an example. Like he was starting his live at 8:30 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. So I told him, well, try to like adjust it to like 8:27 p.m. When I experiment with that kind of timing, it always works better for me. So you have to be able to understand what days are you posting? What content are you posting on that day? What day of the month is it? What time did you post it? Even if it had bad results, you want to write that down. Bad results mean you posted something, it got 0 comments. If you post something and it gets
It's like Edison and the light bulb. How many different filaments did he have to figure out before he realized it was the vacuum of the bulb itself? Yeah, knowing your algorithm, knowing what works is an experiment. Everything is an experiment. But thinking outside of your box and trying to do all of this is a full-time job. If you are a brand new consultant to paparazzi and you are doing this as a side hustle, if you're doing this as something, you know, on the side for fun as a hobby, you're not doing this to become a multimillionaire. You're not doing this to recruit all your friends into it. You probably signed up to be a kit snatcher and that was it. So, and that's what happened with this person who sent me this. She signed up to be a kit snatcher. When she got what was in her kit, she was like, ugh. She kept a few pieces and sent the rest to me. And then she sent me all the emails and communications she got, like within hours of her signing up. This Zoom that we're watching right now, this was sent to her within hours of her signing up to be a kit snatcher with the company. So these Zoom calls are basically saying, hey, you need to make a business page. You need to know your algorithms. She had no intention of doing any of that. None. But paparazzi and the elites assume that you're doing this to own your own business. That's not the case. Some people just signed up because they could choose their own starter kit last month and they figured it was a good time to kit snatch. So they did. But the fact that they're immediately indoctrinated with all of this stuff, you can turn it into a business too. You can boost posts, have a business page, do this and this and that. It's not the intention of a lot of people. They signed up just to get the kit.
0 comments, I don't care how many reactions you have, that's bad. Bleh, that's a bleh. Okay? If you post something and it has 0 comments, even I don't care if it has 1,000 reactions, unless you shut the comments off. If it has 0 comments, that's bad. It's bad. So for anyone cross posting, this is perfect for you. If you want to know if it's working for you, do it a couple times and then compare your results. The other reason that I want you to make note of the day of the month is because let's say you have a slow live sale. If you feel like your live sale is slow, then not only are you going to make note of the day of the week, day of the month, and time that you posted that live sale, you're going to look back at your invoicing reports, see how that day compares to last year, same day last year. If you can't go that far back, well, ask yourself, what day of the month is it? So like for me, right now in the month is when my sales really pick up. So I do good like the second week of the month to the last 2 weeks of the month. The first week of the month for my audience is a little slower. So
What happens on the first week of the month for everybody? Mortgage is due. Rent is due. Bills are due. So you're not going to be spending your money on non-essential items. You'll be taking care of the roof over your head, the food in your bellies, and to make sure everything's taken care of so you continue to live for a month. So yeah, during the first week of the month, people are paying their bills. So yeah, they're not going to be shopping for jewelry. Secondly, again, this is training for new consultants. You're saying go back a year. They've only been in it for a couple of weeks or days at that point.
I assume what bills are due on the first week of the month?
I just said that.
Give me some. What bill is normally due on the first, on the third, on the fifth? Can you tell me in the comments? Rent, mortgage. All right, you're getting it. So when you have a slow
You can tell she
sale,
worked at a bank.
take note of the day of the month. Guess what? Social Security gets paid sometimes at the beginning of the month, sometimes not till the third Wednesday of the month. Okay. Sometimes bi-monthly. If you have a lot of military shopping with you or military wives, well, they get paid like the 1st and 15th of the month. Okay. A lot of you will have your invoices.
Okay. This is information, so this is a bite model specific. But the thing is she's telling you, and this is just my opinion, so I'm just going to preface this again. This is when you take advantage of people. Social Security is paid on this day of the month, so go live so you can sell to all those people that get their Social Security checks. The military wives get paid bi-weekly, so go live every other week. Take advantage of them. Some people get paid weekly. Yeah.
Due on Fridays. Why? Because people get paid on Fridays. Okay, so you really have to be strategic with the times and days that you post. This is how you find your sweet spot and your weak spot. So if I was going to sit here and do my entire month of August, for me, I write it down. I saw somebody say, put it in Excel. That works for you. Yes, do it. If that works for you, do it. The key points are, what kind of post was it? If it was a video, how many viewers did it get? Was it profile, business page, public, friends only? What time of day did you post it? What day of the week did you post it? And what day of the month did you post it? And then I want you to do that for the whole month of August. Why? Because this is when we've started our algorithm trainings. Am I right? So one other thing I want to show you, since you have all been working your stories very well. And let me tell you, if you let your stories, well, Vic, good question. I will answer that live. So Queen V said, should we also write down where it was shared to? You can. The more notes you take, the better it is for you. See, I don't write where it's shared to because sometimes you don't see them all. That's a great idea. So if that is, and then you can also keep in mind, like, who's repetitively sharing, maybe do something special for them, who's a first-time sharer, because something that's going to help you, it's okay if you're late, something that's going to help you is if you go click on your shares and then go comment. If you can see their share and comment like after the fact, we like to comment like when someone wins the share contest, I'll go to that post, to that share and comment under my business page like, hey, thanks so much for spreading the word for me. You were a share winner. Okay. If somebody shares your reels and you're able to see, who shared them, Queen V, I'm happy you brought this up. Go and comment and say, like, if it's a public share, like, hey, thanks for helping me spread the word. Hey, let me know if you try that tutorial. That is also going to work where like you only want to do like 2 of those, wait 5 hours, do more, wait 5 hours. You don't want to do it too much too fast because then it defeats the purpose. Great question. So I am back on my profile and I want to look at my stories insights. All right. Because you also want to know, are you posting your stories at a great time or a weak time? So, for example, I just did this the other day on my business page, and I had this one story that I did not boost that like skyrocketed. I'm going to say what it is because she's on here. But it was Tony Ann Z, and it was a picture at convention of Tony Ann Z's legs. She has my signature tattooed. And so I was like on the floor holding her leg. That story got so many views on it. So many views. So I took note of what day,
Again,
what
I'm still
time,
bored.
what kind of post. Okay. And I will tell you right now, it's because people are nosy. So if your profile is in professional mode, this is going to be very easy for you to do because you just now from a computer, it's probably even easier. That's where I'm doing it right now. But all you do is you go to like your professional dashboard or where it says business tools. And right here, it's going to show you your content, what your reach was, what your engagement was. Wait, let me see if it's showing my stories here. It's not, but this is also going to be good for your sweet spots. Oh my gosh, I had to just do it for my phone. That's going to be the easiest.
Are you gonna
So anyway, that
show us?
area is going to show you even more insights for your reach, for your engagement. You can make note of all of that too. I want to show you story viewers.
All right, you guys, I'm bored. It's
Okay.
official.
Now on my profile, if I click these three dots, yes, okay. I click the three dots right here on my profile, on my phone. I have an iPhone, so I don't know if it works different for other phones.
Humble brag, it works the same for all
I click the three dots. Then when I click the three dots, I go to archive right here, archive. When I click archive,
It works the same on regular
it shows
phones
me
too.
story archive. I'm going to click that. Oh, look, there's all my stories. Okay. So you're going to want to do find your sweet spot for your stories too. So any one of them now, it just shows you, right? So I can scroll all the way back. This is for my personal profile. So I want to click that one. So this shows me it had 541 viewers. Okay. I posted it August 11th. The only thing is from my phone, I can't tell the time. Then, can I?
How beneficial is this, everybody? I'm like riveted.
No, I can't tell the time, but what I can tell is all of this information. Who viewed it? How many viewed it? 619 viewers. It got 8 reactions. 259 of those people clicked it forward, meaning they wanted to see if I had more content. 21 people clicked backwards, meaning maybe they didn't read it all, maybe because it will go on its own in the stories. 67 people swiped it away. Forward swipes means they swiped it away to get to the next story. Rude. No, I'm just kidding. It happens all the time. Don't worry. Don't be hard on yourself. And 41 people clicked exit completely out. Okay. I posted this on August 11th. So I would make note August 11th, what day of the month that is. Now, me personally, I can't see the time from my phone. I was able to see that on my business page, though, under business suites for my business page insights. So this live, you got a lot of information, a lot. The way you find your sweet spot is you're looking for patterns, right? So I already figured out, like, Saturday is a great day to post.
I'm just going to remind all of you what was said in this email that was sent to this person. So I'm going to read the email one more time. Hey, I'm one of your uplines in paparazzi. You may or may not know that already. Like she said to me, she didn't know, she didn't care. You have been handpicked to come to our live Zoom on Tuesday, this time. At the bottom of this email, I have proactively attached some Mastery Zoom replays that I have already done. I highly recommend you watch these before joining this 4th Mastery Zoom. Also, if you can't make the Zoom this Tuesday, feel free to request a replay by email after. No, thank you. After watching this one, I feel like I've just wasted 36 minutes of my time. These are not to be forwarded or shared, as the information is extremely valuable, and as my downline, you should be the only one entitled to these types of training at this time. That's information control. And I do not feel I've received anything of value from this training. We have 1 minute and 54 seconds left. Let's see if anything is redeemable at this point.
Not at 9:52 p.m. At 6:30 p.m. Okay? You're looking for those patterns. You can't find patterns unless you have enough information to work with. So you literally want to go through every single post. If you have to do it on your profile first, then because your profile is not going to have the same sweet spot as your business page. Maybe it will. You don't know that. Okay. Or your group. Maybe you're posting your pre-claims and maybe your pre-claims are popping. They know exactly when to find them. Maybe not. So maybe your pre-claims you have to be a little strategic about when you post them, especially because they're probably stock photos. Okay. So you're going to make note of this, write it all down. And then you find your patterns to make sure that you're posting smarter, not harder. If you don't have enough information, then take the next 30 days to experiment with all of it. Experiment with different times, experiment with different types of posts, experiment with maybe you're doing 15 reels a day and really, you know, one good reel is going to work for you. You see what I'm saying? So, are you ready for today's challenge?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, are you ready on today's challenge?
Spit it out.
You might have to ask that question in the Sunshine Squad because now I don't know. I'd have to give you a screenshot for that. Let me stop recording.
And I guess we don't get to know what the challenge is. Okay. All right, yay. All right, so that's the training. That's super sweet training. That was a waste of time. All right, so just checking one thing while we're here. Policy and procedure link, still dead. So if you are thinking about signing up for paparazzi and you go to the enrollment terms and conditions and you try to read the policies and procedures, the dead link is still there. You cannot read these before you sign up. The other thing is the income disclosure statement is still for 2021, so that still hasn't been updated. So I'm just going to say this, and this is just my humble opinion that I am sharing. If I'm going to be invited to a Zoom meeting where I am going to be trained on items, I want to be able to see the information you are actually talking about. If I am sitting there watching you talk without seeing exactly what you're looking at, like, okay, paparazzi just released Fashion Fix, so let's look and see which Fashion Fix set is going to be the most popular according to what the comments and shares are. So this is the Duchess Dowry one, the Fiercely Fifth Avenue. 28 comments, 63 shares. Then here's the Magnificent Musings with the jumble of chains and rhinestones. 97 shares, but only 16 comments. And then the string carabiner set, 26 comments, 92 shares. And then the Simply Santa Fe Sunbeam set, 106 shares and 31 comments. And then the Iridescent Flowers, 147 shares and 57 comments. Which one do you think sold out? I'm thinking that it was either Simply Santa Fe and this magnificent, or Sunset Sightings, I guess. So this one sold out, I bet. That one probably sold out. That one I doubt sold out. It only had 92 shares, 97 shares, 63 shares. So let's go to Shop Paparazzi and see what's still left. So what is still left? Fiercely Fifth Avenue's complete set still left. Magnificent Musings complete set still left. The Carabiners still left. And the Sunbeam still left. But yeah, the Iridescent Crystally Flowers, gone. So, yeah. So that's the only insight I gleaned from that entire training. Is know what to post and when to post. Experiment. Okay. But it would have been nice to actually see more of what she was talking about instead of seeing her holding her phone and going like this every once in a while. It would be nice if she did a Zoom meeting from her computer where she could do a screen share and show stuff like I'm showing you. Make it a little bit more professional is, I guess, all I'm trying to say. If you're a leader, if you're the Lux jet setter or whatever you are in paparazzi and you're the leader of the Sunshine Squad and you're doing these trainings that are so exclusive, it would be nice if there was actually information shared that I could see so I could understand what the hell it is you're trying to convey. Because I was bored and I was lost for 35 minutes. I don't know about you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for being here and sharing in that reaction video with me. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe, and all of the things. And most of all, thank you for just being you. Remember, there's a lot of natural disasters happening in the world. If you cannot donate of money, donate your time, donate your blood. Think about others, be kind always, and have a great day. Bye.